You didn't do the thing. Go back. Go back to the thing. Go back to edit. Yep. Top one. Now, mine is already live. Now go over here.
Yeah, you live. Okay. You put September 6th.
You did it.
I'll fix it. I thought I'd fix it. I'll fix it later. Ah.
I don't know what's going on. They used to be on advanced settings. You got already. Let's see what happens. Right? Nope.
No, forget it.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties. Technicians. All right. Let's start off by saying Barak Yahweh. Hashem. Welcome to the delighted lesson. The name of this one is just basically the Day of Atonement. GMS Indianapolis. Dated. Oh, you got it? Okay. Dated September 12th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And pretty much, we're just going to go on the spirit. Today is the Day of Atonement. You brothers and few sisters that do watch, you know what it's all about. Matter of fact, somebody did this thing the wrong way. There we go.
Which is a serious day.
Very serious day.
That you're supposed to keep.
That's it. Now you got it. Go ahead.
I was just putting them up too soon.
No, go ahead, because
you're supposed to keep. You got some guys talking about that you don't have to keep it, or they say they're making us use the word.
Does it say that we have to?
Yeah.
We can't drink water.
Yeah.
One dude back in One West, he ate milk and cookies, right? And he said, well, they don't say you can't eat milk and cookies. No.
Well, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the guy who was talking about on the possible bars.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, Lance in Chicago fall out.
Well, first of all, look, you don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't keep it.
Why you watching our video?
Exactly. You got all kind of stuff you can watch. Hey, you got the NOI, you got the Black Conscious Community, you got the rap beats,
Yeah.
you got the verses, you got all that other stuff. Go watch that.
Twerk video.
I got
This truth right here, this is serious business, man. We're coming into some serious times. So you either get it together or you keep it moving. Do what you want. Hey, somebody get a Revelation 22, the one that says, he that is
Filthy, let him
filthy, yeah, get that one, and then somebody get 1 Corinthians 14, I think it's either 38 or 39. He that is ignorant. You got
I got the Revelation.
Bring it up.
Now this is Revelation chapter 22 and verse, like moving straight to the point, or can I start at verse 11?
Yeah, just start. Go straight to the point.
This is verse 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. It says, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
So if a dude don't want to comply, he wants to do whatever he wants to do, let him. Let him. He that is unjust, let him be unjust. Because the bottom line, why are you going to rack your brain trying to, bust some brain cells trying to explain or crack your nugget, trying to, reason with this clown that obviously ain't going to get it. That's how you alleviate a lot of fucking headaches. Hey, like the elder said, back in the days, if you can't get it, then let him go, something along those lines. If you can't get it, then let him go.
We moving on.
We moving on. Hey, what Joshua said it best. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord right there. Choose you this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh Basham Yahweh. Y'all got, is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the one in 1 Corinthians 14 is either verse 38 or verse 39. You got it?
Yeah, it says,
I got something. Can I grab something?
Yeah, go ahead.
John 8 and 24.
He said in 23.
Yeah, it says, and he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world.
And that's why I say you are from beneath. So when the word, that's why Yahweh said, you seek to kill me because my words have no place in you.
That's right.
You know, so if the Lord's words don't have no place in you, then that means that, you know, you're not going to get it.
He ain't dealing with you.
Right, he ain't dealing with you, bottom line. And how do you know, hey, the scripture said before you really, it's in the Apocrypha, before you commend somebody, you got to hear him out. Hear what he's saying.
Right.
Because by his words, you're going to know if this guy is a man of the Lord or if he's full of shit. You know?
It's like the just shall live by faith.
That's it.
It says, and I said therefore unto you that ye should die in your sins. For if ye believe not that I am he, ye should die in your sins.
That's it.
Yeah. So if you're not obeying the gospel, hey, that's what you won't do.
That's
You know,
it.
you won't receive salvation. It's just that simple, man. You know? Now, and really at this point, we shouldn't even have to even fucking explain these simple things, man. You know? But these guys, they come on your page like they on some level, man. You know? But they can even
discern.
Yeah, this concern the damn surface level things, man.
Yeah.
You know, but they on your page telling you what you should do, man. I got a precept.
And then you go on their page and they ain't got no works.
Empty as hell, just like your damn head, empty.
I got it.
I got a precept, Matthew 15:14. It says, let them alone. They be blind, leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Perfect. Also, hey man, the scripture tells us to leave them alone, man. All right, we don't really got time like what the apostle was just saying. All right, put it back and forth, man. We said it once, we don't have to keep repeating it. All right, if you want to keep hearing it, go watch a video. All right, but we're not going to keep saying it, man. All right, we said what we said, and we meant what we said. And we did it through the spirit power of Yahweh Shai. We came straight directly through the scriptures. All right, to tell you what thus said the Lord, man.
But you know what? They don't think nothing's going to happen because they don't really believe it. They don't really believe in the word, man. So they just freely talk shit, man. If they really believed in the judgment of Yahweh Shai, man, they'd keep their goddamn mouth closed, man. You know? Because when the Lord's man, when he released those death angels, man, hey man, he ain't gonna turn it off in these last days, man.
That's it.
Look on here, man.
I got just something up to this is Sirach chapter 22 and verse 7. It says, whoso teacheth a fool is as one that glueth a potshare together, as he that waketh one from a sound sleep. So yeah, if you know anything about pottery, once you have a vase or a plate or any type of cup that's what's the, yeah, well, I'm trying to think what's the material that they use. Clay or ceramic. Yeah, if it's ceramic, you can't glue those things back together. Matter of fact, you're better off just grinding it back into a dust and making it into a clay and making it all over again. If you try to glue it back together and taping it, it's just gonna fall apart. And that's the scriptures is related to you teaching a fool like that, because it can't hold no water. He ain't gonna understand nothing you're talking about, and it's just gonna fall. It's gonna fall apart at the end. It says, and as one that waketh from a sound sleep, yeah, man. You know, just try to wake anybody up, you know, from a deep sleep. You know, they got crust in their eyes. You trying to tell them something important, and they like, what you talking about, man?
The house on fire.
Right, the house on fire. They you know, they what they call it, in limbo mode, rocking back and forth. You know. It's verse 8. It said, I'm sorry,
No, you're good.
Verse 8 it says he that telleth a tale to a fool speaketh to one in a slumber. When he has told his tale, he will say, what is this matter? You know, so man, yeah, man, like we were going into, man, you know, teaching you guys that you know, you were so base and your understanding is so minute. We're sitting here telling you deep things, not even necessarily deep things, but just, hey, listen, this is the day that we keep honoring to the Lord and everything. And y'all just take it and just make it something that's not even that, man. You know, the ignorant statements that y'all say up on these comment boards, that's why I told Apostle Gabar, I was like, man, at this point, I don't even think we're reading the same book anymore. You know, some of the things y'all come up with, you know, this is sad, madness, man.
I got
some real quick, bro. This is Proverbs 27 and 22 to go hand in hand with the scripture you just read. It says, though thou shouldest bray a fool and mortar among wheat with a pestle. You know, the pestle, what is it, mortar and pestle?
Yeah.
You know how you grind this shit? And then when you look at the word pestle, it says that they repeat that same motion over and over again, which is unnecessary. Right, so it says, I'm going to read that, those thou shouldest break food in a mortar among wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from it. So no matter if, you know, you can grind this mother down with the understanding of, you know, you shouldn't do this, he still ain't going to get it. Because when you look up that word pestle, right, it's the word ailaya, it just means pestle, but then when you come down here, it says to strike with repeated blows, but it is not necessary to resort to this. Because basically, like I said, if you try to explain something to a fool, you know, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's in Proverbs.
Yeah, like the book of Timothy says, having a conscious seer, man.
Yeah.
So you can't get nothing through these dudes, man. You know? Nothing.
I got a scripture back on what you just said, bogus. This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 18. It says, but the path of the just.
What y'all gonna do when we off the internet? What are you niggas gonna do when we not on the internet no more, man? Yeah.
Deplete.
Hey, I'll say one day you might go on YouTube and every brother's page be fucking knocked down. They just might knock down every Hebrew Israelite page, man. Then what you gonna do? Some of you niggas, your lives they fucking revolve around scoffing the men of the Lord, trying to feed off our energy, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
And the crazy thing about it is these experts, right? These 3 scripture-known experts, right? The knowledge that they learned it from the same men that they're scoffing.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't come up with this. You didn't, you know, one day wake up and this was revealed to you. You learned it from us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And now you're trying to turn the tables and trying to use what we taught you against us.
Yeah. My Lord, the day is coming. I'm sorry. Ungrateful niggas, man. They don't need the same niggas and be like, the Lord, the day is coming. This is Proverbs 4 and 18. It says, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. It says, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. You know, so they you know, they don't know what they stumble. It's like a dog barking at cars that's going up the street and through the window. They don't even know who they barking at.
Right.
You know, if they jumped in front of the car will plow them clean over. You know, but you know they just barking. You know, that's what these dudes are. They're like nuisance, like a fly that flies in your face because the nose is getting on your nerves, man. You know, but eventually, I be thinking that all the time. What's gonna happen when the famine of the word comes and there ain't no more scoffing to do?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen then? You said what?
No, I want to back you up with what you just said. Proverbs 29:9. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest.
There's no rest. There's no rest. At the end of it, you're just gonna have a wise man and a foolish man still. Ain't gonna be 2 wise men come out of that.
You're gonna have a headache. You're gonna get a headache.
Yeah.
You know, like you get so mad at somebody, and after a while you just get it, this headache. That's what you're gonna get. So that's why, as Elder Yaakov said, if a dude can't get it, we moving on.
It's a quote. You hear a fool and a wise man talking. You see him arguing far off. You can't tell which one is the fool or the wise man.
That's it.
You know? So you better off, you know, just leaving that dude alone, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Answer not a fool according to his folly, least you be like unto him.
This is Proverbs 17 and 11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against her.
That's heavy, man. Read that again.
This is Proverbs 17 and 11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion.
An evil man seeketh only rebellion. You know, like today, the Judite woman, she just likes to argue just to argue.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to reason with her. You're trying to tell her that, look, you know, you're doing something wrong. And she just argues just to argue for the hell of it.
They products.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they are. You know, read that again.
This is Proverbs 17 and 11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion.
Right, he seeketh only rebellion. He ain't trying to hear, even if he knows what you're saying is right to help him, he don't want to hear that.
As long as he's going against you.
Exactly, he just wants to argue. That's why you got these guys, look, I want to debate you on this. Look, man, fuck your debate. All right? You know, the Lord already gave us the way that it's supposed to be, and that's how it's going to be. If you can't get it, then we moving on.
That's right. The name of the missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him.
Yeah, and look, who's that cruel messenger? Esau. Esau. You know, they gonna get his ass. You know, and you know what's funny that, like, you know, before we left to go pick up some stuff, right? I was just, you know, going through my computer or the laptop, and I started pulling up a few things, which we're gonna still get to that other scripture. And I started looking at my favorites. I started running to executive orders that's coming. You know, and it started giving me the ideas, you know, of, you know, how Jake is pretty much locked in with the legislation, you know, in these executive orders through the 14th Amendment. So I got a couple of things, you know, may go over if the Spirit allows. And these are the things that's going to come upon these individuals that don't listen. Because the Lord said, you know, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and their affliction, they will seek me early. But for a lot of them, it's going to be late, too late.
It also said a prudent man to see if he
And hide themselves.
they're not hiding themselves. How you hide yourself? Through the word of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, and they can't hide if they don't know what they're hiding from.
Right.
Yeah.
Here it is, the truth is right in your face. But you can't even see it. You too stupid to see it. Or really, not just so much stupid, you just blind. You know, and your whole thing is just, as long as you win the argument, then you're satisfied. All right, you got it. Yeah, you got it. You want to win? You got it. It's cool. You got it. You got that. You know, but when the time comes, you're going to realize, that's what the scriptures say, and when the time comes, then shall they know that the prophet has been among them. But let's get that one precept you got, and y'all brothers, you know, whatever y'all got, and then, you know, if this, like I said, the Spirit allows for this to come out, we're going to.
God, it's the 1 Corinthians 14 and 28 or 38, pardon. It says, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
That's it. So if a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Look, don't waste your time on the meathead. You know? Don't waste your time on a meathead. You know, a meat puppet. You're wasting your time. Don't waste your time on a zombie. That should be a series. Don't waste your time on a zombie. Because you're just going to you're going to get a headache, or you're going to get into a fight. Hey, what is scripture say? Cast out that pearl before swine. He's going to turn around and rend you.
Yeah.
Because all you're going to do is trample it under his feet.
Yeah.
So once you perceive out of his mouth that this is not a wise man, this person is not a part of the elect, move on.
Yeah. Fucking debating time is over. You seen that all that in 07, 08. It's death time.
Yeah.
All right? It's time for the Lord to start killing people, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, that debating spirit and going, man, that shit is over.
Yeah.
All the prophecies is happening, man.
Yeah.
And you got these dumbasses, man. I was watching the video. I seen a glimpse of this nigga Sonetta, right? The Bible on trial. Nigga, I have the Bible on trial, and everything is happening. What's in the fucking Bible, man? What's in the Bible?
Blessing.
Yeah, the blessing.
I know you get mad. You know you get mad.
What is wrong with you dudes, man?
Yeah.
Fucking canheads.
No, first of all, Kemet is on trial.
Yeah.
You know, because Jeeves ain't no trial. It's an inside joke. Jeeves ain't no trial. Y'all got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 4. It says, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him.
Yeah. And you'll be a fool like him, like us. I don't know who said it. You know, if you see a wise man and a fool arguing from a distance, you don't know who's the wise man and who's the fool. And that's true. Because you're thinking these guys are engaging in some deep conversation. I wonder what they're talking about. But they don't understand that it's a contention going on because one man is wise, the other man is a fool. It don't mix. It's like oil and water. This is why you got the parable of the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. What happened to the foolish? The foolish didn't prepare. So when the time comes for them to be able to light their lamps, they couldn't light their lamps because they didn't take the time to put any oil in their lamps. Which pretty much means that they was blinded. They weren't given the oil. And what did the wise say? They didn't argue with them. They said, no, we can't give you our oil. At least we don't have enough. go to the sellers and buy. You know?
It says, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit.
Right, so you know, you sometimes you'll go into it, because if not, then he'll be wise in his own conceit. But you're not gonna sit there and argue with this guy for hours. Look, we did that in the past. Y'all don't know the hours at camp we spent arguing with these Christians back and forth. They saying their things, you know, we cutting them with the scriptures, back and forth for hours.
What you call the motherfuckers with the hats? Moors.
Moors, yeah, the Moors.
Gimmick niggas. Like, yeah, like going back and forth with these dudes, man.
Witnesses.
Yeah, then they getting into fights with them.
Yeah.
Police being called.
Yeah,
Man.
Mormons.
Yeah, Mormons.
That's a type of one.
Yeah, bring it up.
This is you done? This is Proverbs 23 and start at verse 9. It says, "Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words."
Beautiful.
And that's what you see. They hate these words. Why? Because it takes them out their comfort zone. All right, we tell them, hey, you can't do this and you can't do that, or thus said this and thus said that, and they don't want to hear it because it takes a while, because they're really accused of it. All right, deep down they've been cut. All right, that's why the scripture say the sword is.
Word of the Lord is quick and
Yeah,
powerful.
that's it. That's the one. Salaki, I'm losing my.
Hebrews 4:12.
All right, that Hebrews 4 and 12, man.
Yeah.
All right, because of what? That lets you know who you really are. So they're getting cut through the scriptures and they don't want to hear it, man.
Yeah.
So they'll do anything to say, no, I don't say that, or it's not saying this. Why to cater to their lifestyle, so to speak.
And you
All
might
right.
be losing your thoughts, but the Spirit got your back.
Done.
Yeah, that's how it be when you fast and your mind don't work as quick.
All right, so who got something?
I got one more.
Bring it up.
Sirach 15, and I start from 6. And it's talking about wisdom. He shall find joy in a crown of gladness. She shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. But foolish man shall not obtain her.
Yeah.
Sinners shall not see her. You see? So they can't get this, man.
Right. Oh, wisdom entered not into a malicious soul.
soul, right?
Yeah.
It says, for she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her.
Damn.
All right.
We sound like
Praise.
responsibility.
But you know what? I'm gonna stop right there.
Damn.
You know?
Oh, but that's Sirach 15. Bible shot, can you read the last verse?
The
License
last-
to sin.
Okay. Verse 20. He have commanded no man to do wickedly, neither have he given any man license to sin.
See, we started off, you know, the guy, we ain't got to keep the devil tongue with waking in it.
Right?
You
No,
know?
you ain't got to keep.
Yeah, you ain't got to keep it.
Hey, because the when you go back to Leviticus 16, I believe it is, it says that this is an ordinance forever.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, so even in the kingdom of heaven, we'll observe it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
right.
know, because you know it's something, and just like we're gonna observe the deliverance from Egypt in the kingdom, but it's gonna take a back seat. It's not gonna be as prevalent as the new deliverance. You know, but we're still gonna observe it because it's still a great deliverance. It's still a great thing that happened.
Oh, like I say, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not. I'm
Yep.
kind of mangled.
Yeah.
The word of the Heavenly Father it's not going to become exempt. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's always going to be written forever. It's going to be always there. It's always going to be, you know, because you're going to, when we speak about it, hold the Sabbath service and all that, still going to be reading the scriptures, still going to be bringing out about Sodom and Gomorrah. But in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be reading about America, Babylon the Great, like we read about Sodom and Gomorrah right now in the scriptures, how it was destroyed. You know, and then you're going to have the new acts of the apostles, you know, the men of the Lord today, the works that they doing that's going to follow them into the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Is there more than that?
That was it.
Anybody got anything?
I got one. It's a banger too now.
We finna get
Daniel.
deep. Let me get Jeremiah 14 and 2. Inside joke.
Oh man.
Is Daniel 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. A lot of men are going from these works that we're doing. A lot of men are going to come into righteousness. They're going to be purified and they're going to be cleansed, and they're going to be and then they're going to be tried and they're going to endure the trials. It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand.
Yeah, these dudes that come on the comment board, they don't even know why they even on the comment board talking crap, man. You know, just because they, you know, You know, they actually fulfilling that right there. They don't know why hey, some of them, they probably don't even want to come on the comment board. All right, but the spirits jump on them and make them come on the comment board and talk crap, man. You know?
And, remember, Judas Iscariot, right? What it said?
Satan entered into him.
Satan entered into him. So he went to go do what he did. That when Yahushua saw that, because Yahushua was a wise man, is a wise man. You know, and when he saw that, he said, "That which y'all do it, go and do it quickly."
Yeah. And you say that dude was cast out?
Yeah, that was
So she
Chicago.
Yeah. You got them Judas Iscariot, man.
He's in that Judas Iscariot spirit.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got? Oh, you were done with that other demon?
No, that was it.
All right. So because you reject knowledge, the Lord's going to reject you. Because you don't take heed to the warnings. What it says, the wise, your brothers just quoted, the wise man, the prudent man perceives the evil and hides himself, but the foolish go on and are what? Punished. So you're going to be punished because you don't see the signs that the Lord is showing you through the mouth of his prophets, because you're looking at it as a man telling you these things.
Right.
You know? He that despises not the Most High, but, I'm sorry, he that despises not man, but the Most High who sent us. You know, so the Lord is the one that sent us. Right? So what you have to understand is that this system, which is heading towards a new agenda, to their agenda, which is a new world order, is based upon legislation, is based upon an agenda that they have. And this agenda that they have, that these corporations have paid these governmental agencies to push, they have clauses, and sub-laws, and laws, and statutes all in place to, when the time comes, enact these laws, that if you go against these laws, just like if you get caught speeding, or if you get caught, shooting somebody, if you get caught robbing, or whatever the case may be, you get locked up. That's what's going to happen in the near future. And because you didn't make the Lord your refuge, if you didn't make Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua your refuge, you didn't make this word the stability of your times, then when that time comes, you're going to be left out there naked, without anything to help you. You're not going to have the help that the men of the elect, the men, women, and children of the elect are going to have. You're not going to have that shade. You're not going to have that shelter. You're not going to have that backing, that invisible force field that's going to be around you to protect you from these times that are coming. You know, if y'all got any precepts.
But that's why it's written, work out our own soul salvation. Right? With fear and trembling. You messing with us, you come against us, man. And you're supposed to be, working out your own thing, whatever, building up your spirit for these evil days. But yet you fucking with us, We're going here, man.
Job 5:19 says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue." Like the apostle said, they got all this legislation. They got it. It's already set up. They just got it enacted. It says, "Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." So you're gonna basically have that hedge, that Psalm 91. You're gonna dwell within a secret place, the shadow of the Most High. So everything, like the elder Demonstrat brought out earlier, we're gonna be tried. The Lord gonna allow us to go through certain things, all right? Because what? If thou gettest a friend, proveth him.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go through that ultimate trial. But Yahushua said, "What? You have kept the word of my patience, therefore I will keep you from our temptation." So, hey, keeping the Day of Atonement is part of keeping the word of his patience. So we keeping his word in the hope that he gonna keep us when the evil day comes.
That's right. But you said it from the scourge of the tongue, right?
Come.
Yeah, I just got one quick one the other thing.
No, you got it.
This is Psalm 64:3. "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." And those bitter words come in the form of legislation. Because legislation, before it's law, it's a bill. And what gives it the teeth? When it becomes law, when they enact it, when Congress enacts it, then it becomes law. That's when it gets its teeth. Once it's in there, they can add the provisions that they want. Because when you look at these different laws that Esau puts up, they're all ambiguous. Ambiguous means that they're two-sided. They're open-ended. Bylaws. They're open to interpretation.
Gray area.
Right. So it's never definitive because they don't want it to be definitive. because they want to have it as ambiguous and as open as possible, so that they can interpret it as they need to, depending on the time that they need to use it. It's already in the books. What you have to do, Dimash?
I was holding this in
Bring it out.
1 Thessalonians 5:2. It says,
We need IT.
"For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So, he was talking about how the things are written into legislation. They have teeth, but a lot of laws that are written to legislation, we haven't seen the bite. We haven't felt the bite of them because they haven't unleashed them on the populace yet. So when they start enacting these laws, no, it's right here in the law, because we've noticed a lot of laws that have been passed, like the law to detain you indefinitely without trial. That law passed years ago.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
You know.
Yeah. The NCAA.
Okay.
You know? Hey, Rex 84. Hey, when the laws start biting you, you ain't gonna be able to hit it with an empty wine bottle to knock it away.
Right.
To defend yourself.
Oh, shit. Yeah, when them teeth they cut loose.
When that law start, the teeth start biting you, you ain't gonna be able to defend yourself with an empty wine bottle.
Another Dimash made me think of those dogs. Those 24 dogs.
Oh yeah, I knew the lesson of the 24 dogs. The lady got bit up by 24 Great Danes.
And another thing too, and we're not going to be pitied either. You know, all the stuff that's going to be happening in this world happen to our people. You know, we're not going to. The scripture says, "Who will pity a charmer when he is bitten by a snake?" You know, so we know the snake being Esau. You know, and we people that don't adhere to what we're saying. You know, make yourself prudent, prepare yourself. Then you know we're not going to pity you. You know, we're going to look at you like, no, that's exactly what you did. You know, you trusted this man. You thought he was going to be for your benefit. But like Isaiah, the 36th chapter said what? But that was a broken reed. You know, you chose to trust in the system. You chose to think that everything was cool. You know, so because of that, you bitten and you got what you deserve. You know.
Yeah. Hey, I remember before Biden got in office.
Biting.
Yeah. Bitten and smitten. Hey, before he got in office, Elder Yashawamba prophesied in the group. He said, wait till this nigga get in office. He said niggas gonna be praying for Trump to get back in office. And now you see all kind of niggas making Trump rap songs and
Niggas for Trump.
you know, they prophesied that, man.
But really, if Trump gets back in, it ain't gonna change nothing.
No.
You seen that handshake that him and Kamala had? She had her thumb up the side of his hand, on the top, and then he had his middle finger on her wrist. You know, it's on my phone. I mean, the other D-Max, you know that?
Yeah, he might try to, trick the.
Oh, you got your phone.
No, I'll pull it up right there.
You know, if he do get in, but hell, once he get, if he get in, you know, he gonna do the same shit. You know.
Yeah. So I was going to read this real quick, unless y'all got something.
I had something based on what you just
Not
said.
bad, bring it out. No, the scriptures Trump, you know.
Yeah, Proverbs 6 and starting at 12. It says, "A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers." They got those little, little inside little things. So they all, what?
Masonic hand
Yeah.
gestures. You know, and it's funny because I was just looking through the Codex Magica. The Elder Napa, he had it, so brothers got it. You know, and I was looking through it through the different Masonic handshakes, because you got hand signs and you got handshakes. Is that it? Let me see. Yeah, yep. That's a different angle, but yeah. Don't nobody shake hands like that. When you shake hands, your thumb usually goes around like that.
Yeah.
You know? The way that they got it, the way that they got it is that shit is uncomfortable. Right. And then he got his finger, the index finger on her wrist. Right, like that, and then but the thumb goes long ways. No, right, yep, right on top, right on here.
That shit hurt my
Yeah,
finger.
that's
Yeah. Oh, right here.
Right, no, go right there.
Right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit hurt my finger. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that's something you got to make happen. Let them see it real quick.
Fucking thumb wrestling and shit.
Right. See his fingers in her.
Yeah.
The wrist.
Okay. All right.
No, nobody shake hands
Let
like
me see
that.
one time, D-man.
So this is it's a plan. It's an agenda. And guess what? They're both playing for the same team. They're both on the same side. They're just playing opposites. But you got something called controlled opposition. So now it says the executive order, a presidential power not designated by the Constitution. It says you brothers can type that in. Type in by Harry V. Martin with research assistance from David Call, C-A-U-L. This was dated back in 1995. It's copyrighted. So I'm just going to jump down to the new dangers section. It says the presidential executive order, whether constitutional or not, becomes law simply by its publication in Federal Registry. That's why Meyer Amschel Bauer said, what? You know, give me control of the nation's money and I care not who makes the laws. Somebody hold out Isaiah 10.
They're already.
It says Congress is by this, so it says as long as it's in Federal Registry, Congress is bypassed. So now an executive order, when there's a so-called state of emergency, that's when the president will invoke these executive orders. And the executive orders, I believe there was something written, I can't think of it right now, to where once they declare martial law, they have up to 6 months where nothing else can get in the way of that.
Like on the military.
Right, I can't think.
Yeah, I think it's a year or 6 months.
Either 6 months or a year or something like that, you know. I forget, there's either a law or something that's a stipulation that says once they declare a state of emergency, it can't be reviewed by Congress for at least 6 months. You know? So it says Congress is bypassed. Here are just a few executive orders that would suspend the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. These executive orders have been on record for nearly 30 years. So they've pretty much been laying dormant for the right moment. See? Just like you had the Subversion Act of 1950, which was in that movie, Who Sat by the Door. You know, you had Rex 84, we were talking about earlier. You have Project Megiddo. All of these different legislations and laws, bylaws, sub-laws, terms that they put out there to use in the time of a major crisis. That's why Rahm Emanuel said what he said, you can't let a good crisis go to waste. Right? So it says, and could be enacted by the stroke of a presidential pen. It says Executive Order 10990 allows the government to take over all modes of transportation and control of highways and seaports. Where the fuck you gonna go and all hell breaks loose? They're gonna have control of everywhere you got to go out. And guess what? Everybody's gonna have the same idea you got. Like you have a brand new idea, I'm gonna go down Boulevard Road and I'm gonna jump on I whatever and I'm gonna get out of here.
And then in that same bill, which I think is similar to Rex 84, right? Where they're gonna confiscate everything.
Oh, it's gonna go.
Confiscate your,
No, go ahead.
They're gonna confiscate your cars, your farmland, make you work for free. You know, just various things, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're gonna ration out food and all that.
There you go.
Yep.
Hell, take you. There you go. You know?
Why do you think there's a law, right? I don't know exactly what it is, but there's a law that is punishable by penalty. I don't know if it's jail time, fine or both, that you can't hoard more than a month's worth of food or something like that. You know? That you will be prosecuted if they find out that you have more than a certain amount of food in your crib.
Certain amount of gold.
Certain amount of gold, certain amount of silver. And that's why, you know, they say that the average supermarket out there has about 3 days worth of goods, of resources, right? But if an emergency happens, within an hour or two, all that shit's gonna be gone.
Yep.
Or you might be lucky if you find toilet paper, you know, or you find, as Ephraim says, a paper toilet, you know, some toothbrush and toothpaste or something like that. But you ain't gonna find no food.
Precept real quick.
Bring it up.
Therefore rejoice ye, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time.
And that's why they're pushing this thing fast, because they had the year 2000 was an agenda. You know, Agenda 2020, I believe it was. Right? They came to 2020. They're supposed to have Agenda 2030, but they want to move it up to 2025. Why is that? Because they're pushing for this thing. The sooner they can get it off the ground, the better for them. But what did the Lord say? When they're about to fill their belly, the Lord will cast the wrath of His fury upon them.
Striking through with some arm bow.
That's it. Bang. And the same blessing that Yahushua gave these devils to rule is the same blessing that they're going to be destroyed by. How about that for irony?
Right.
So it says, Executive Order 10995 allows the government to seize and control the communications media. So you ain't gonna be able to, you know, call anybody. You know, your smartphone ain't gonna work. You know, any form of communication, you're not gonna be able to. You ain't gonna be able to Skype or FaceTime. You know,
Like the movie.
Marco Polo.
Like the movie. The World
WhatsApp.
Behind.
Go ahead and leave the world behind.
Yeah, like Leave the World Behind. You know, they attack. I think the communication was the first thing they got hit. You know?
Yeah.
You know, everybody was just scrambling just off that alone. And I don't think everything. You know, I think it was all in stages, but the communication was the first thing, and just because of that act, everything else just went, you know, haywire.
Because they don't want anybody to be in communication, because you might be in communication with somebody that might be in an area of something going on. They'll be able to report to you,
Right.
and you'll be able to report to others what's really going on. Like they're doing right now on social media.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want that,
Right.
you know?
That's why.
No, there.
That's why Jacob Rothschild said the internet should have never been invented. You know?
Yeah, that was Jay Rockefeller.
J. Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, even with that damn debate thing, right? Because you know the thing that's going on in Ohio, right? Well, Trump brought it up, and they what you call that?
Fact checked
it.
Yep.
Right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Well, but it's all over the damn internet. You know?
Yeah. It's pretty much it's demonizing Levi. You know, because they're not eating no goddamn cats. I didn't believe that. But they are tearing them goddamn cars up, though. You know, they're tearing them. I mean, I seen videos of cars being turned over and down in ditches and crashing. Oh, they tearing shit up over there. But as far as, you know, eating cats and all, that's all bullshit. And then the person that they said they had, that bird that they were walking with, that was a Hamite.
Yeah, they got a lot of Hamites out there. I was thinking that too. I'm like, man, I don't got Levi, but they do got Ham out there in Ohio, heavy eating cats for real.
Yeah. You know? So it says Executive Order 10997 allows the government to take over all electrical power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals. And that's why I believe there's also a law where you can't store but so much fuel.
Yup, gasoline, yup.
You know? It says Executive Order 10998 allows the government to take over all food, resources, and farms. See? Somebody get that one in 2nd 6, 22, 24. It says the 4 storehouses.
Yeah, right there, 6, 24.
Yep, I think it's either 24 or 22.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 22.
Okay.
You ready now?
Yeah,
Yep. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right, and that's what the farm. Why? Because they're going to take over. Now, what do? You got to destroy this amount of crops. You got to destroy this amount of, you know, of your cattle and all that.
Chickens. Yeah.
Chicken, and what they do, they pay them to do that.
I was like, they playing the
You
farm,
gotta
not the farm, you know?
Yeah.
They actually doing that, man. It's all over the internet, man. You got farmers, you know, it's been farming for decades. They actually giving them, you know, millions of dollars, not the farm, man. You know?
Yeah.
Or if you don't, like say, you know, the GMO seed, right? Let's say if you still decide to farm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Monsanto, right? They'll ride past your farm and throw the GMO seed in your farm, right? And be like, look, well, this is our property, this is our seed, you know, so we're gonna seize this, you know? So that's what these devils is doing.
You can have one kernel, like one kernel. If it's on your property, they can seize your whole property.
Yep. That's how the devil operates. Okay.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Why? Because there's not enough stuff coming in to replenish the stuff going out.
Supply and demand.
Right, and then that's going to cause panic buying, which is going to cause the military to step in, martial law, which is going to cause chaos, which is going to cause them to ration food out. And what the hell do you think they're going to be rationing? MREs. You know, that shit with preservative that if you eat that shit won't leave your system for 100 years.
Yeah, you be clogged. You be clogged like a man, that shit. Man, I used to hate eating that shit because, you know, you be clogged up, man. You out in the field and you clogged up. You know, it's not a good mix, man.
Nah.
You know, but that shit clog you up, man. There's so many preservatives in it, you can't even digest it right.
Right. Was that it on that, right?
Yeah, that was it.
So jump to 2 Ezra 15 and 14.
I got
Speaks
it.
about a fearful constellation.
Yeah, I was talking about 17.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
15, you said 14 and 14?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to look for fearful. I got it. Yep, 13.
13.
Yep, this is second Ezra's,
I mean, if there's a little bit more before that, or if it's good there, go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna start with 13. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 13, it says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through the blasting and hail with a fearful constellation.
Right, because that fearful constellation means that they know by looking at the stars and reading the stars, because some of them do that they're not going to have a good crop this year.
Farmers
They was just saying that
Farmers
this
Almanac,
year, you know, you can tell by the corn, if something formed in the corn, that you can tell if the winter is going to be brutal or not. You know, so they were saying this winter is going to be a whole lot of snow. So some places that's actually used to growing, you know, crops in the winter, they might not even get crops.
Yeah, your pumpkins
You know?
and your leaf and greens.
You know, like potatoes and all that, they might not even get it.
What they call
cruciferous.
And then like this year, like you know, with the gardening stuff or whatever, right? They doing something with these chemtrails because everybody is getting like these funny crops, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody crops is not really growing like that. You know, the shit is growing all crazy, or the plants is dying fast, man. You know, you're right. You got certain insects coming in and fucking eating it. You know,
I was looking at this documentary last night. How the insects are dying off. Like they're killing. They said there 150 species. They are dying. All right, from the chemicals in the air and all this shit, man. So, hey, man, we live in some treacherous times.
Right?
Yeah, we possibly we live in some treacherous times right now, man. All right. So, you know, that's all I got to say.
I was gonna say too, and it said the blasting. Now, I think the blasting is like a cold front. So it's like when you, because when it's like the weather all funny, like the shit'll grow and then out of nowhere a day or two come, it's cold out of nowhere. That be killing. That's not good for the crops, man.
Man, that's prophecy. That seed shall fail and blast.
Yup.
I was just gonna add to what I was saying. Like with 150 species, I ain't talking about just animals. I'm talking about plant life, all type of insects, bugs, animals. Like they're killing everything, man. All right, under this rulership. All right. Just want to add that.
Yeah, because like it's an ecosystem.
It says it can also be the scorching effect of the hot east wind on plants.
Well, heat.
we know what they've been talking about how hot it, but this is weather is crazy because one week you might have 90-degree weather, then it dropped down to the 70s.
Last week it was 67.
So the weather is all off, you know. It's fucked up, man. You know.
Hey, we had one day, they had that outdoor concert, and it was like every time the clouds came, it got cold outside. Man, people was like, I was looking at people every time the sun came back out. Everybody took their jackets back off. Every time the clouds came, everybody put their jackets back on. It was, and I was looking like these people don't know what's going on. Like they don't see what the fuck is going on. Go ahead, brother.
I got that word blast just because you looked it up in the Hebrew or?
No, I just went to the common dictionary.
Oh, time. I got it in the element says cause to wither, blight, prevent from blossoming or maturing.
Right, and that's why it says here that this effect produced upon grain or other plants by the hot east wind which blows from the desert of Arabia. They usually continue to blow for 2 or 3 days at a time. If they occur in the spring near ripening time, the grain is often turned yellow and does not properly mature. You know, so it's like the crops are failing.
Yep.
Then you have the chemtrails. Today we were riding around and I mean the skies were littered with it. I'm talking about they look like communications of demonic chemtrails all over. You know, like somebody was writing up in the heavens.
Yeah, it was like almost like a film covering the stuff. It was like kind of blocking the sun a little. It was like a demonic film in the sky, man. You know,
the trees turning brown and stuff too.
Yeah.
The leaves.
Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake, great noise with storm and tempest, right? Because why? Because certain storms or, certain weather can that's a crop, It says, and with flame of devouring fire. Like they was doing something, they was talking about, because this right here, Indiana, the Midwest, we're like known for corn, potatoes. It's a big farming land, so they're trying to stop all the farmers from actually farming this area, man, because we actually produce most of that stuff for the whole country.
Yeah.
The saying that it's more than just corn in Indiana.
Yeah.
That's a saying out here. Like if you go around, it's like slogan. So what the other saying, like it's a big farming state.
Wineries.
Yeah.
Where?
There was that empty bottle that got,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in
Bloomington.
Yeah.
Iowa.
I got this Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed." All right, and then so that's what's happening, man. These people are writing all these executive orders. All right, and guess what? Those are geared towards you Israelites, man. They don't really care about the word. Most of the people are just casualties of war. All right, but the real war is against you Israelites, man, and that's what they're gonna come down on.
When you read the Rex 84, after they, when they speak of those laws right there in the Rex 84, they say the first place they come in is where Negroes and Latinos live in. So all this is, that's why it's called the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Because they targeting young black asses, man.
That's it.
They want to get rid of you. Like these Venezuelans that done came over here, they about to get judged. They about to be in FEMA camps and shit too, man.
They're just using them to stir up the pot.
Yeah, and really, they just standing them up. Giving them all this money and food. Man, they about to be led to the slaughter too.
Yes, sir. So it says Executive Order 11,000 allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under governmental
That's
supervision.
slavery.
Dig it.
What is it? From captivity? Jeremiah 15:15. Captivity to captivity.
That's it. He that is, I create 4 kinds.
Yep.
The dogs of terror, the sword to kill, the fowls of the air.
Yep. Jeremiah 15:3. It says, "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds," said Yahweh, "the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear."
Start
Start at the top. Yep.
Top, baby.
Jeremiah 15:1. "Then said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, unto me, though Moses and Samuel
They was prophets. They was leaders of Israel, man. All right, go ahead.
stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people."
Right, they pleaded with the Lord for Israel. All right, but the Lord said, "Look, my mind can't be towards these people. I don't want to deal with these niggas. Go ahead.
cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death.
Right, that's what we saying. Thus saith the Lord, man. See, they think we go out there, y'all negative. No, man. Thus saith the Lord. Go ahead.
Such as are for death, to death. And such as are for the sword, to the sword. And such as are for the famine, to the famine. And such as are for the captivity, to the captivity.
So you keep on joking, keep on playing, keep on doing what you're doing, keep on not accepting it, keep on thinking that your way is the right way. Keep on doing that. But when them teeth start biting your ass, you won't know.
It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, the Great Danes. 20 otters just attacked a woman too. Was it otters or sea lions?
Oh yeah, the Chinese bitches. I mean, yeah, that's how we talk. The Chinese woman that was sitting on the ground crying.
Yeah.
Little otters, those look like otters.
Yeah, otters, yeah. It says,
Doberman pinchers.
Oh yeah. Well, he tried.
it says, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, to devour and destroy. It's a scripture in I think it's 2nd Ezra the 5th chapter when it speaks about wild beasts shall change their habitat.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if they're gonna change their habitat, where they gonna go? They're gonna be in the cities.
Yeah.
Like remember you saw it was a bear. It was a bear in Lawrence a couple years ago. Lucky it was a black one.
Well, they done already made some animals change their habitat. You got them in the damn zoo.
Coyotes too, man. Yeah. Hey, remember them wolves ascended on Chicago and was standing in the middle of State Street?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember some years back. Yeah. Because if you see the shit that they eat, then they ain't far back. We see deers, so they can't be too far away if we see the deers. But it says, that was the point. Yeah.
Alright. So it says Executive Order 11,001 allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. Executive Order 11,002 designates the Postmaster General to operate a national registration of all persons. That's your big census. Executive Order 11,003 allows the government to take over all airports and aircraft, including commercial aircraft. Executive Order 11,004 allows the Housing and Finance Authority to relocate communities, build new housing with public funds, designate areas to be abandoned, and establish new locations for populations. Concentrated cities, detention centers, all that.
Hey, they could tell a specific area. Look, we need all of y'all to leave and go wherever, and then bring the military in and stay in your houses.
Yeah, that's what the EPA does. They say, well, this is area is contaminated. Nobody can live here. Everybody get out. Now we taking over.
Okay.
Right now.
Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which bringeth mischief by law?
Right. So you taking these laws and framing mischief. So you think you're gonna continue to rule in doing that? It said
the word mischief real quick. You look it up. It gives a bunch of words where it says iniquity, labor, mischief, miserable, pain, perverseness, sorrow, toil, travail, trouble, wearisome, wickedness.
Grievousness they prescribe.
That's always laws.
Right, they do right. Grievousness. So that's what he writing on paper, to basically to subdue you, put you under his thumb, man.
And that's what they want, What they say? A picture of the New World Order is a boot stamping on your head forever, or on your face forever. Was there more to that?
No, that was it. But remember, the Israelites are the problem. That's on the going. We the problem.
That's right. Well, the government gonna get your ass.
Yeah, all right.
You keep being distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Executive Order 11,005 allows the government to take over railroads, inland waterways, and public storage facilities.
Everything.
Right, so that those railways and the public storage facilities, they can take the people that they displaced from their place and put them in there for temporary storage. Executive Order 11,051 specifies the responsibility of the Office of Emergency Planning and gives authorization to put all executive orders into effect in times of increased international tension and economic and financial crisis, which we're at that point now.
Yep.
Executive Order 11,310 grants authority to the Department of Justice to enforce the plans set out in executive orders to institute industrial support, to establish judicial and legislative liaison, to control all aliens,
See?
right?
So they didn't think they done came to Atlanta milk and honey.
Control all aliens, to operate penal and correctional institutions, and to advise the assistant to advise and assist the president.
Right. So the aliens, they gonna use them to
To set it
agenda.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join the military and police and stuff, man.
I mean, it goes on and on and on, but y'all got it.
I got this Micah 2:1. He said, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." And that's what happened, man. They're when they wake up. I'm not gonna read the whole scripture. He said, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. In the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand." So the Lord put those things in their head while they're sleeping. All right, and when they wake up, they put these things into action, man. All right, because the Lord is controlling all of this, man.
Bill Gates is because there's a precept that in the book of Proverbs that says they can't sleep unless they cause them the ball. But this dude, Bill Gates, said he can't sleep at night knowing there's another virus around the corner. That's what this devil said the other day, man. This is an exact statement. He said, "Look, I can't sleep unless you know what I'm saying, because I know there's another virus around the corner."
Yeah, because they made it.
So this dude, like, he can't wait to release this shit, Look over here, man.
It said they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses, and they take them away, so they oppress a man and his house.
See, that's why it says in the book of Dustin, then said the wicked be revealed. You see, now you can see, when you read these scriptures and you see the things, you can see who the wicked is, man. You can see who this dude is, man,
And if you can't see it, that means your eyes are blinded. When the God of this world has blinded the minds of them who believe not.
They do know the Chicago Bears. We are who they thought they were. Go ahead.
It says, even a man in his heritage.
I had a precept.
Yeah, bring it out.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, starting at 14, points in 16. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief,
Yes, sir.
and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall."
They got to do it.
There goes your word mischief again.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
We got something up here.
Yeah, bring it up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor man, and let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Like the Paul said, the picture of the New World Order is a move on somebody's face, man. And guess what? It's on the poor, But that's who they oppress. They already got everything. But this is they got more than that heart can wish, man. They got everything, man. They got the world at their hands, man.
But the desire is hell, so it's never enough.
But I mean, shit, what morals do you want, man? What morals do you actually want? Go ahead.
It says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
And that's how you know this dude naturally he's a servant because he don't know what to do with power.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know what the hell to do with power, man, but just oppress people.
And he's running out of vile conduct. He's looking like he's like, okay, we destroyed men, we destroyed women, we turned men into punks, we turned women into muff munchers. Now we destroyed the youth, The youth is hypersexualized. You know, we destroy like they just steady looking for shit to destroy. They get bored. They get bored when there's some kind of normalcy. If it's not vile, they don't want it.
No, because they're the vile man.
Mm-hmm.
They were created to be wicked. So if it's nothing, if they done did everything that they possibly can, it like fucks with them, man.
Yeah.
So they really trying to come up with more sinister acts, man. All right, so they're really concentrating on how to be more sinister, and how to bring you even lower. All right, how to oppress you and make you even less than what you think you are, man. They're degenerate, man. Yeah.
They can't rest unless they've done some evil.
Yeah.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter.
Where the scripture go? He that is. How should he be good to himself?
Oh, he did it even to himself. That's in the book.
Yeah, I know where that's at. Can I get that? Good.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 36, verse 3. It says, the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit.
And that goes hand in hand with the legislation. If they speak the sweet words, right? But really in their heart is war. Right?
He hath left off to be wise and to do good.
Because they got the Bible. That's what the Lord said unto the wicked. The Lord said, what has that to do to declare my statutes? That they should take my covenant in my mouth, saying now his instructions and casting my words behind him. Yeah?
He despiseth mischief upon his bed. He sitteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Right, he doesn't avoid evil. Now, but remember, Job is an Edomite.
Right.
But Job eschewed evil.
Right.
I mean, he avoided it at all costs. So how the hell could he be an Edomite?
That was it.
Madness.
I got something.
Bring it out.
Listen, Ecclesiastes, Scribe 14:5, it said, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
Yep. The president's son, there's videos of this nigga smoking crack on the internet.
This shit is crazy.
This is the president's son, nigga. Now how can you do us any good when you raise a crackhead, nigga?
For the prostitute. For the prostitute.
And he was doing that shit proudly. And playing the shit in the background.
Ounces of crack. Whole 8 balls on the pipe. You're a crackhead. All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh, can you read verse 7 on that?
Good. You want to go down first?
You know what's so crazy about that, right? The fucking hypocrisy. His father locked up Jakes past that bill, right? To lock up Jakes for crack. Right. And his son is roaming the country,
Cracked out.
cracked out, smoking crack, man.
This is back to
A lot of it.
And the motherfucker's still free.
And
Still walking around.
this is
Where's his third strike?
niggas only get third strikes in the 80s. They was just locking your ass up. Oh, you got a piece of crack this big? All right, 20 years.
10 years for one crack.
You know,
$10 crack rock.
they just say railroad the gate, man.
And they're the ones that put that shit in the community.
Right. Show them how to cook that shit.
Yeah.
All right, this is back in Sirach 14:5. It said, he that is evil unto himself, whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. This is none worse than he that envieth himself.
That goes into what the elders say. He will not take pleasure in his good. So here you is, you have everything, and that's not enough. You need more, and you need to, like the Moscow was going to, you need to fuck up other people's stuff, you know, and take their stuff. But here it is, you have plenty of it, you know. Go ahead.
And this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good,
This is the point right here. I love this point every single time. Go ahead.
he doeth it unwillingly.
See, so even if you do good, even if you do have, you know, some sanction of it, you doing something that's noble and just, it says you do it unwillingly. So you didn't even mean to do it. So you're doing good by accident. You know? Read that over old Chuck.
It said, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
Yeah, man, you do it unwillingly, man. You accidentally do good, and then when you do accidentally do it, you trying to figure some type of way to circle the block. You're like, damn, what way can we fuck this up? Go ahead.
And at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
Yes, at the last, you can declare your wickedness, man. You know, and it goes perfectly with what I got right now. If anybody else, if I could.
No, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 20 and verse 12. It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it, he forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. See, so you have a deceitful tongue where wickedness is like, it's almost like Elder Yash was bringing out. He said, man,
sweet.
Yeah, sweet. You know, it's something that's something sweet is something that's kind of addictive. You know, it's a sweet thing that can be addictive. And Elder Yash brought up how Bill Gates. They can't go to sleep knowing that there's a virus around, you know. That's how you Edomites operate. Y'all know that if things are too peaceful, if things are too how can I say, too calm, y'all have to do something to disrupt it, you know. And I think I want to say a virus is like that, but I forgot it was an organism that's like that. It's where if things are going too smoothly, it has to go in and fuck shit up. I forgot exactly what it's called.
Parasite.
Apparently, it was some type. I forgot it was a parasite or virus. But
I know what it's called. Amalek.
Amalek, right.
That's it. He want to corrupt.
Right, he want to corrupt it, man. You know, that's why in the book of
I got something to that, bro.
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get right. This is Sirach 39 and 26. This is the principal things.
That's why I was just gonna quote.
The principal things for the use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, oil and clothing, which all those are good things, right? You need those for life.
Word principle,
right?
Space.
Okay, you need all those things to flourish in life. It says all these things are for the good to the godly. See, it says what to the godly. It says so to the sinners they are turned into evil. See, that's why this dude don't need power. Cause he takes something that's good, all right, and he turn it upside down, man. He fucking corrupt it.
Right.
You know, one to them that call evil good and good evil.
You know? He's not using his power for good, man. Look what he's doing to the food. He goes to the air, the water.
When you do good, they're accustomed to do evil.
Yeah.
Because it mentioned wine, it mentioned the blood of the grape. You can't even drink most wines, man.
Right.
Glyphosate.
Yeah, this motherfucker, man. It's like, this motherfucker, man. Some, you know, like he'll like send like go to a land that's impoverished and disease like cholera and all those diseases where people impoverished people. All right, this motherfucker will send doctors and scientists over there to say they're gonna help the people. Then they'll at first it'll look good. They'll start helping them, and they'll be like, yeah, and they'll bring food, and then after a while they'll start using experimental vaccines on them, and then 9, 10, 11 children die, and then you got the whole village trying to trying to kill these fucking devils.
Now everybody got AIDS.
Yep.
Everybody got fucking AIDS in the village, man.
Yep.
Precept. This is Proverbs 12 and 10. It said, "The righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel."
Mm-hmm.
That means that they have no mercy.
No mercy, man.
So that's why you should have a judgment without mercy that show no mercy.
Yep.
You know, hey, as you have done, it shall be done to you double. You don't have a compassionate bone in your spirit. So the Lord's gonna use that against you.
The brother Kaya did a video talking about how they had grouped certain Edomites and how they showed them certain scenes and certain images. And he says, and it's like their brain waves were like if they were looking at a blank screen, they don't have compassion, especially on Jake. And they showed them how Jake was messed up in the condition with him. They just looked at it like, you know how Esau walk by and you that straight line face and you nod head. That's basically how they look at Jake. They don't have a compassion bone in their body.
Nah. Because pretty much, remember, the Constitution says that Jake is 3/5 of a man.
Right.
So they don't regard Jake as being, anyone that deserves. They look at Jake as pretty much like beasts or animals,
Right.
which a lot of them are today. You know, a lot of them are the Tyrones and you know, your Pookie Ray Rays and your Keishas and Big Shirleys, you know? They like that because they've been conditioned that way by the media, by their mothers, by their kin.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way the wicked seduces him.
That's it.
You know?
And you see that, and you know, like their movie, like Elder Apostle Rakah says, their movie they cloned Tyrone, that wasn't a movie, that was a documentary.
It's good too.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Got it.
You know, and it was a documentary because they show you exactly, you know, how they conditioned Jake and what they used to condition Jake. You know, but then they'll turn around and you know, go to the father and say, you see your people, see what they're doing?
Right.
Yeah, but you the one that put the bottle to their mouth.
Yeah, they had a lab under the damn hood, under the ghetto, fucking concocting shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember
Poison and Jake.
the Edomite looking dude with the afro?
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
chair.
yep.
Yeah.
And they had that across the country, you know. It was in Chicago, LA, you know.
And it was, what was it in? The chicken.
Yep, the chicken.
The
hair products.
Great drink.
The great drink, yeah.
The hair products with these kooky ass women.
They show you through the Israelite. The scripture say all these curses shall cleave unto you.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere, wherever Jake is at, man.
Hey, remember the one chick that was sitting at the salon getting her hair did, and then she was speaking about, you know, how she was financially strapped and how things were going bad.
Yep.
You know, but then all of a sudden when they put that shit in her hair,
She started
she
getting
started saying, well, I guess it ain't so bad.
right.
Tyrone, they call him Tyrone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, things ain't so bad. You know, I just gotta deal with it, something like that.
Yeah, she started getting pacified.
Yeah.
Just like how when they ate the chicken, they were just laughing, you know, having a good time. And Jamie Foxx seen it and looked at it and he started like,
But that's
whoa.
the average Jake, because Jake think everything is funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You know? Anything,
I think the other Ash said,
Yeah, I'm not on that one no more. I'm trying to find another one.
just one in,
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I mean, I got other stuff here, but that's I'll probably say that.
Well, I had one that you quoted.
Bring it out.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. It
Beautiful.
says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil,
Mhm.
that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yeah, and that's what Esau does, you know, and he makes you think that the evil and the bitter is really good. You know, I mean, bitter is good for you, but I'm saying like they're making it seem like the evil is really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they'll push that Mo lifestyle, you know, the pronoun lifestyle, the alphabet people lifestyle. And then if you don't get down with it, you know, yeah, you gonna do it, go ahead, do what you gotta do. They're always gonna destroy you. But then they'll make you got to accept it.
Right.
and if you don't, you're the weird one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They make laws that if you say it's something against it, you can get prison time.
Yeah.
Or jail time. All right, for speaking against it, man.
It's just crazy.
It's called act of violence.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, I
A
thought
hate
you had-
crime, so to
yeah,
speak.
hate crime. I thought you had freedom of speech.
Right.
But they could say something about you know, heterosexual couples, and then nothing will happen to them.
Or they can teach it to your kids.
Yeah.
Against your own will. You know?
Right, exactly.
Like, look, I don't want my kids learn about that, and they'll still teach it to your kids.
Terrible.
Showing your kids don't fucking belong to you in this society.
Fine.
You know?
I got this is Sirach chapter 34 and verse 4. It says, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? You know, so, you know, if it's meant to be unclean, you know, it's meant for a purpose. You know, you can't go to a trash can and expect a gourmet meal.
Right.
You know, it's meant to have a purpose. So for Esau, which it says he's the devil, he's trickery and lies. Why are you expecting truth and honestness and sincerity coming from a person like that?
Right.
You know, you're deceiving your own self. You know, you're putting your own self in the trick bag. You know,
We're gonna make a crooked thing
I
straight.
got that right there.
that's what the scripture says. We are not ignorant to say. No, that's not it. It does have device in it, but
That too. We ain't ignorant to it.
yeah, we're not ignorant to. As a matter of fact, that is it.
Yeah.
If you look up the word device, we're not ignorant to Satan devices. If you look up the word devices, it goes into the the inner workings of a being, you know. So we're not ignorant of how this man operates, how this man works. We're privy to it, you know.
Yeah.
We see something, we're like, you know what, this Esau, I know he do because it's something he would do.
But that's us. You would think that the serpent done bit you 20 times,
Right.
that you wouldn't stick your hand
Right.
back out there for the motherfucker to bite you the 21st time.
That's what we call these people insane.
Who will pick a camera that gets bit by a snake? You be playing with the snake, so what you expect?
You know it's a snake.
Yeah.
That's why you people are stricken with insanity.
You know I was a
You
snake.
nigga,
bitch.
I'm giving him one more chance.
He's not that bad.
Terrible.
I got one too after you. bro.
Yes, this is the book of
Okay.
this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 13. It says, "Consider the works of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who can make that straight which he had made crooked."
Can a leopard change his spots?
I'm ready for holding it.
Bring it out, bring it out.
This is Jeremiah 13 and 23. It said, "Can an Ethiopian change his skin,
Nope.
or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil."
Kind of, yeah. So Ethiopian, we know they dark, really heavy, dark skinned people. And the thing about a leopard is if you shave leopard's fur off, its spots are embedded in its skin. You know, so both situations, this is impossible. You know, so what was the end part of that, folks?
It said, then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Yeah, man, and a custom is something that's created for, you know. So you're accustomed to do this thing. It's unheard of that thing doing good, you know.
Yeah,
So
and then when you're accustomed to something, it means it's something that you do repetitive, so you're used to it.
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah, so yeah, man. So this man, we understand this man was created to play a certain role on the planet Earth, and he's doing just that. You know, that's why at a certain point in his truth, you actually don't even get mad at him no more. You know, you kind of understand, like, hey, listen, he's doing his job. You know,
Well, he's the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
God.
They were created to be that way. So if they're vessels of wrath and they were made that way, they're not gonna do the right thing.
The wicked out straight from the womb. You will probably glad to see they be born. You know?
You go.
That first smack on that ass, that baby crab was alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get right to the point on this. Job 30 and 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
They were violent in the earth. They're a bunch of fools.
Yep.
That's why it says folly is set in great dignity.
Yeah. The rich sit in the low place.
Yep.
Yeah, the vile men should know what we call liberty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are vile, they're the foolish, but then they're acting like as if they're the ones that are liberal and they're the ones that are righteous, but they're not.
Pious.
Anybody got anything else? Any closing words, any closing precepts? Alright, so with that, we'd like to, give all thanks to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Pray that your brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time we say, Shalom. Can you hit that?
I got you.
All the way up top, yeah. Hit the button.